I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
Yeah, man, this is tough, bro, because we put our lives into this, you know?
Welcome to the internet, everybody, where you go to sleep one day and wake up the next, and your whole life can change. I've had it happen to me before, years ago. It happens. It has happened quite often. If you don't know who Fresh and Fit is, Fresh and Fit, those two guys blew up during the pandemic, I want to say around 2020. And they basically have a whole platform where they talk about dating, high value men and red pill type of talk. And what they're really known for is diminishing women, especially black women. Now, although there are a lot of things that they say that could be tangible for a man, especially as far as dating and, you know, doing what they do. They made a lot of errors. They made a lot of enemies over the years. And when you have a platform that's working, see, a lot of folks, they get off their bed, they do these podcasts, and they feel like if something is working and I'm giving the fans what they want, this is definitely it, and I'm solid 100. And that doesn't make you solid. What makes you solid is when you hold on to your morals. And maybe they thought that they were, but you don't get no respect when you build a whole entire brand by disparaging women, and especially black women at that. I remember those videos. To be honest, I thought they were corny. I'm not here to sit here and say this is their karma, because I'm not the type of guy. When I see people go through stuff, I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, yeah, you did this on that day, so this is your karma. I don't know what God got for you. I truly don't know what God got for you. You could be paying for some stuff that your grandmother did 25 years ago when it done hit you. So when it comes to this whole karma thing, I try not to be that person, because I just, bad things can happen to even good people. But I'll say this, from me observing, I would definitely say that something in their energy wasn't clean with how they presented themselves. And the more you disparage people, the more you disparage women, especially black women, but just women in general, you're gonna have to pay for it, either from the front end or the back end. And now they're paying for it on the back end. They thought shit was sweet. They thought that, hey man, I'm getting 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100 racks a month. We're good. I can quit my little agency job, and old boy, the black dude, he can quit his little retail whatever job, and we're good now. We're in there. And you could tell these were the type of dudes that when they were in high school, when they were in middle school and all that, they didn't get no girls. When they were in college, they didn't get no girls, bro. No, they didn't. You can smell it on them, bro. Real ones know what I'm talking about. Now, although they have a lot of fans, a lot of guys that support their ideology, I get that. But it goes the same for chicks that get out here and make these platforms and just specifically attack one group. And that's not fair, man. That junk not cool. Where do you really think you're gonna go? Because when people get fed up with your ass, they're gonna gang up and they're gonna just start hitting report on a video to make sure that it goes across somebody's desk. And I'm sure they made the tube a lot of money. And do you know what you have to do to get demonetized off the tube? Do you understand what you really gotta do? You have to really be making some noise. And the type of platform that they had, I can for sure tell you this. Before their channel got demonetized, I can for sure tell you There is a meeting set up before they hit that button. One person didn't make that decision. If they did, it was somebody who's over content creation or a president or something, but it had to even go across their desk. You feel me? So I can even imagine that it was probably 3 to 10 to 15, 20 people in a room that said, hey, these guys are making noise. A lot of people are very twisted about the things that they're saying. It's not like they're truly helping. This is rubbing elbows. This is not good for our business. It's not good for our brand. Hey, we have to hit the button. And I'm here to tell you, it can happen to anybody. You can say one wrong word and you can be gone. This is why it's suggested that you come into the game, get your ducats, and go home. And don't put all your eggs in one basket just thinking that this is life. That ain't it. It might seem like it's life while you're getting the bread. You might feel like you're on top of the world while you're getting the bread. But what you have to understand is that everything is temporary. Even being married, being with your mother, your father, your sister, your job, everything has an expiration date on it because everything ain't promised. There's no promise to life at all. Everything takes a turn. All good things must come to an end. And if you don't realize that and acknowledge that, and if you believe in the higher power, if you don't give thanks to that and acknowledgement to that, you don't know got lost in the sauce. You can get lost in the sauce and still be on top. You can be dead on top and still get lost in the sauce. You might think you're a high value man, a high value woman, and doing all this, that, and the third, getting all this money, but you still lost in the sauce. You still just don't get it. And this is why when I sit back for years and years and years, and I done been through ups and downs on this internet stuff. I've been around since 2007 or 8. I've been doing this for a very long time. Way longer than most people that's been on the internet. And I've kept my mouth shut for a great amount of time. But when I do open my mouth, I have a lot to say, and I don't really get a chance to speak like this because, hey, if you get the gems, you just do. Catch me in the street somewhere or catch me on my podcast. You know, I don't have to give you a skit to tell you what the gems are. Come to me on Unspoken Truth and I spit it for you. But it's not popular because I'm not dropping shock value content. Because guess what, man? I've taught people how to, a lot of times when they have something working, most of these folks really don't like what they're doing. We live in a world now where a bunch of fans done became public figures and they don't give a damn about the rules. If it worked, it worked. Let's get this money, which is not nothing that I'm disparaging. But at the same time, you also can't go so far in and disregard yourself because you have to teach people and teach the people how to walk at your pace. I don't drop skits, short films and all that, and the fans, the supporters, they want that from me, but there's a certain way how I want people to respect me. And when I get them on board with that, then it's like, hey, it is what it is. What I'm basically saying is some people, they do things out of the blue. They do things for shock value because it's working. And that's really truly who they aren't. And this is why you got to stop glorifying these celebrities, these public figures, because they're going to lead you down a path of no return. Most of these people on here faking. Most of these people ain't going to have your best interests. Most of these people are putting bad juju out there in the world, and a lot of us sit back and look like and be like, dang, that's what they're gonna do? All right, let's see how it work out for you. Y'all take a page out of their book. Take a page out of everybody's book, including mine. It ain't that sweet out here, bro. It's just like working a job. You can be at a job for 40 years. Next thing you know, you get called in the office, you done lost your job. Then what? Don't ever feel like you're too high on your horse, because you can always get shot down.